All right, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about the future of creative work, but maybe not in the way you're expecting. See, this isn't about AI as some kind of mysterious magical force. Nope, it's about something way more practical, and honestly, way more powerful. A new kind of workflow, a new kind of partnership.
It all kicks off with this number, 4. Just 4. So what on earth could you get done in only 4 hours that could totally flip the script on how we create things?
And that 4, it leads straight to this, 175. In those 4 hours, what came out was a 175-page document. We're talking a deep, foundational text covering everything from methodology to philosophy to practical frameworks. I mean, the sheer amount of output in that tiny time frame, it just sounds impossible, right?
And this is where it gets absolutely wild. A traditional project like this, you'd be looking at 2 to 3 weeks. You'd need a whole team of people, and it would cost anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000. The new way, one person partnering with AI for 4 hours, and the cost is basically a monthly subscription. The difference is just staggering.
So the big question is how? How is any of this even possible? And again, it's not magic. It's a method. A really specific, repeatable process that's built for serious thinking and, well, creative flow. Okay, so the secret sauce is what's called the Try AI circuit. Think of it like a 3-step quality check for your ideas. First, you use an AI like ChatGPT, which they call the river, for just raw idea generation, just getting it all out there. Next, you move that work over to a different AI like Claude for the deep thinking, the reflection, and the refinement. And finally, you anchor it all in a personal knowledge base like NotebookLM to build a memory and start spotting connections. It's about conducting different kinds of intelligence for one single purpose. Now, this part is absolutely crucial. This isn't about letting the AI take over. This method puts the human right back in the driver's seat. You are the creative director. You're the conductor. The AIs, they're your orchestra, but you are still writing the music. Your taste, your judgment, your vision, that's what drives the whole thing. Okay, so we've got the how, but now we've got to talk about the why, because a powerful tool is kind of useless without a powerful purpose, right? And the philosophy behind all this, well, it's a total game changer. The entire ethical core of this project rests on this one simple idea: hospitality, not accommodation. It means you stop thinking about accessibility as an afterthought, as a reactive fix, and you start thinking about it as proactively setting a beautiful table where everyone is welcome from the very beginning. And the difference here is just huge. Accommodation, that's reactive. It's about checking a box for compliance. And honestly, it often makes people feel singled out. But hospitality, that's proactive. It's driven by your values. It's about building something that's just better for everyone, right from the start. It's the difference between tacking on a rickety ramp to an old building versus designing a grand, welcoming entrance that works for everybody. So what does this look like in the real world? It means you take that massive 175-page document, and with your AI partners, you just effortlessly spit it out into a mind map, an explainer video, an audio conversation. So you're not just making one thing, you're creating all these different doorways into the same idea, because you respect that people learn in different ways. It's the spirit of a great public library brought into the digital age. All right, so we've got the how, we've got the why, but who is this all for? Where do you even begin with a method this powerful? Well, the answer to that is maybe the most brilliant part of this entire strategy. This whole project kicks off in rural communities. But hold on, not for the reasons you're probably thinking. This is all about completely flipping the narrative. It's about ditching that tired old story about what rural areas lack and instead focusing on the incredible assets and unique genius they already have.
So what are we talking about here? What are these assets? Well, there's skills that you only get from real-world experience. Things like systems thinking, from having to manage land and weather. Practical, get-it-done problem solving that comes from not always having the perfect tool for the job. And an amazing mastery of storytelling, from communities where that's still how knowledge gets passed down. These aren't weaknesses. In the age of AI, these are actual superpowers.
And here's how it all connects directly to working with AI. See, when you're used to resource constraints, you get really, really good at writing creative, effective prompts for an AI. When you get how complex systems work on a farm, you intuitively understand the feedback loops you need with these models. These skills aren't just useful, they are the perfect foundation for this new kind of work.
And this really gets to the core of the strategy. It's the ultimate trump card. This work starts with rural communities, not because they're a charity case, but because we desperately need their built-in, well, they're bullshit detectors.
If an idea or a tool actually works there, if it solves a real problem for real people, you know it's the real deal. They are the ultimate litmus test.
So let's pull all these threads together. What's the big takeaway from all this? What's the one thing to remember?
At the end of the day, this was never really about being a tech genius. That's not the barrier here. The real key is changing your mindset. It's about seeing these tools as partners, not just programs. It's about staying curious and, having a really grounded human approach to making stuff together. Which leaves us with one final thought, one big question for you. If partnership, not technology, is the real secret, if the most powerful tool you have is your own curiosity, what are you ready to create?